Hi friends, welcome back. I'm Irina, I'm a visual artist, and today we're going to draw this beautiful red chili pepper together using the iPad Pro and Procreate. I'll walk you through every step so you can follow along easily, no matter your skill level. So grab your pencil, relax, and let's make something beautiful. Okay, let's start by picking my trusty studio pen brush. The size isn't very important yet, just make sure the opacity is set to 100%. Now, slowly start drawing the shape of the red chili pepper. Fill it with color, then open the Layers panel and create a new layer. Choose a green. Its hex code is on the screen, and you can also download the full color palette from the link in the description. I promise it looks a lot more curated than it might seem on the video. There's a good reason for that, and I'll explain later. Now let's switch to one of my favorite tools ever, the Move tool. I use this constantly. With it, gently adjust the shape of the tail so it feels more organic. Then use the same tool to tweak the main body of the chili pepper. You'll see how a few subtle nudges make everything feel more natural. And now my real professional secret, the Liquify tool. Use it to delicately push the edges in different directions, creating those irregular realistic contours that are so hard to draw manually. I swear, whenever I'm drawing natural subjects, I rely on Liquify. Next, alpha lock your layers so we can start adding a bit of texture. This is also a good moment to explain that this tutorial was filmed a couple of years ago. Yes, years. And then I just completely forgot it existed on my computer. So, the brushes you see here don't match the updated sets I use today. In the meantime, I've improved them, added more brushes, expanded the packs. I'm honestly so excited about the improvements. So, this is your little sign to update your packs too. Head to Gumroad, grab the updated versions. It's free for previous buyers, obviously, and enjoy all the new goodies. It really would be a shame to miss out. While I was talking, I used my recycled paper brush to soften the contours, and now I am switching back to the studio pen, creating a new layer, and starting to draw the knife. You'll notice it took me a few attempts, and that's absolutely normal. I always say, drawing is a process, not a performance. This is the beauty of digital art. I can simply use the transform points to reshape those curves until they look right. And once I'm satisfied, I fill the knife shape with color. Perfect. Just like before, use the Move tool on Warp to fine-tune the shape. Avoid Liquify here. This is a geometric object, and Liquify would distort it in ways we don't want to. Honestly, all this reshaping could have been skipped if I had done a proper sketch beforehand, but here we are. Now, let's get to a fun moment. We're actually going to cut the chili pepper in half. For real. I'll crop the selection tool. Cut and paste that upper part into a new layer. Then select it along with the tail layer and move them both on top of the knife. I have to confess, I enjoy this step maybe a little too much. Don't forget to move the bottom half of the chili too. Now, I just need to decide where exactly to place it in the composition. Here's another Liquify tip. You can also use it to subtly change the perspective of rounded shapes, just like I'm doing here. These tiny adjustments are what add realism. So, let's soften any sharp corners that wouldn't naturally appear on a chili pepper. After that, create a new layer underneath everything and draw the inner part of the pepper. It's basically just a small ellipse that represents the opening. Now, we can officially say the composition is complete. Time to alpha lock everything and start working on the volume and details, my favorite part. First, you'll just have to trust me. Fill your knife layer with black. I know it looks dramatic, but stay with me. Then, using the recycled paper brush, slowly paint lighting back into it. This technique might seem weird, but it is surprisingly effective. It adds texture, volume, and realism to metal extremely fast. Now, use the selection tool to draw a strong highlight on a new clipping mask layer, again with the same brush. One of the basic rules for rendering realistic metal is placing the brightest highlight right next to the darkest shadow. It creates this studio-like effect. Then gently soften the highlight with the eraser, still using the same texture brush. You can shade with a regular soft brush if you want, but using the eraser helps keep the underlying texture intact, which gives a nicer result. This tutorial is all about achieving a textured, realistic look quickly. It's meant to be a short, fun one. We'll merge the clipping masks shortly, but first let's create a new one to draw the knife's sharp edge. And yes, you'll see me undo many lines. That's part of the process. Also, if you wonder why I'm using my hoodie sleeve on the screen, it's because I just cleaned my iPad and my hand wouldn't glide nicely. So, apparently hoodies count as drawing tools now. Someone please sponsor this idea. Now, I'll be adding a strong shadow on the knife because the top half of the chili is resting on it. After that, as mentioned earlier, I'll merge all the knife layers. I'm a huge believer in keeping things simple. Simple life, happy life, right? I only keep my illustration files fully editable if it's absolutely necessary. At this point, I'm adding a few small lighting adjustments and later we'll come back with a texture that will completely elevate the metal effect. Just wait, it's worth it. Next, let's work on the peppers. I'll repeat the same steps for the upper and lower parts. Create a clipping mask to each. Then switch to this bright red to erase some of the texture. And here's the logic to it. A chili pepper has quite a smooth surface, and a smooth surface catches the light neatly. I hope this is making sense for you guys. I'll follow this by adding some pink highlights, but I might come back to make those smoother as well. Let me give you a general advice that no one really asked for. Let me give you a general advice that no one really asked for, really. Use this as a general lesson to learn how to look at things. I mean, really look at things and observe them as an artist. Just try to question their appearance and understand the physics of it. How do the object catches the light and why? How strong is the darkest shadow? Etc. All this visual information eventually forms patterns into your mind, and those patterns make you a much better artist over time, I promise. Now I need to add a little bit of shading to the tail, nothing too detailed because I don't want that area stealing the focus. Then I will move on to the inner ellipse layer to draw the inside of the pepper. I will be using the same brush at a very small size. At 1 to 3%, it actually behaves like a pencil, and it's my absolute favorite digital pencil when used that way. As mentioned earlier, I will merge all the clipping mask into the main layer and use a bright red to erase a little more texture. Yes, the paper will lose a little bit of volume here, but will gain smoothness, and that's the effect I want. I'll have to redraw some highlights, but that's totally fine. And then for the final step, I'll use my network brush to add the most realistic lived-in metal texture. I created this brush specifically for this purpose, and if I do say so myself, I really nailed it. Thank you so much for drawing this chili pepper with me. I hope you had fun and picked up a few helpful tricks. I'll see you soon in my next tutorial. Bye for now!